Okay, you look at me, all right?
Yeah. No. Really.
So, GIORGI BEZHANISHVILI, did I pronounce it well?
Bezhanishvili.
BEZHANISHVILI.
That's very
All
good.
right, that's a very Georgian surname.
Very Georgian name.
How are you doing? How are you feeling after a tough loss like you had on Sunday in Bilbao?
It hurts, loss definitely hurts because it was a game we definitely could have won. When you know you got a realistic chance. We always want to win, but that was a really tough one because I felt like we really could have won, but made some mistakes on the defensive end, gave them some easy layups, and hurts, man.
Is it tough to come to training in this week, last week? You come after 2 tough losses. The season is beginning to be very difficult for you for the goal of staying in the ACB. So how are you feeling coming to training?
You come more, I would say, in a way pissed to training. You give it all out. There's in the gym always when you come after a win, it's better feeling. Everybody feels good and kind of practice it. Kind of not goes by faster, but it feels kind of easier. But when you lose like that, you just come in a little more angry, and but you're always trying to give your best in training and trying to get better a little bit every day.
Yeah. How are you personally feeling in the team in terms of basketball? You've been here like 10 days and no more. And in terms of the locker room, how are you dealing with the teammates?
Guys been amazing. They really welcome me open arms. Great character guys. We got no assholes on this team, that's for sure. In the locker room, we always talk about different things, not only basketball. So I'm happy about that.
All right. I want to ask you some questions to get to know you a little bit better. And my first question is why Cherry GIORGI? Why is Cherry?
Cherry GIORGI in college, when I went to university,
Yeah.
we used to have a big cafeteria.
Okay.
And you get as much as food as you want, and I love cherries. And you can take as much as you want, so I would take like a bag of cherries. And when I would walk on campus after that with a bag and I would eat them, people would come and they would start eating them. I start sharing it. And then some random other students start calling me cherry. They want to take the cherries as well because it was free for the athletes.
Okay.
But for the regular students, it's not free. And I would just share it, and then people would start calling me cherry, and it kind of stuck with me.
That's a nice story. I gotta tell you, Cherry is much easier than BEZHANISHVILI. Eh?
For sure, that's for sure.
Maybe people begin to call you Cherry here. Well, you're half Georgian, half Austrian, aren't you?
No, I'm fully Georgian.
Okay.
I kind of have a tough story. I grew up in Georgia till I was 14, and then I met my mother when I was 14 because my mom, she fled away from Georgia when I was 2-3 years old. Because it's been tough. We had a war. It's very poor where I'm from.
You had never met her before.
I was like 3, but
yeah.
I didn't remember her. And then she fled away. She was a refugee in Austria. For 10 years, she couldn't come back because she didn't have papers. And then once she got her first official job in a hotel as a receptionist, she was able to bring me and my brother to Vienna, to Austria. I was 13, turning 14 years old. And that's why I met my mom and stayed out there for the better future, better opportunities.
All
because in Georgia, where I'm from, it was very, very tough.
So you remember tough times as a kid?
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't say I had a bad childhood. I grew up with my grandparents, love them to death, had a great childhood, but it was definitely rough childhood for sure.
All right, and when did you begin to play basketball?
I began to play basketball when I was 5 years old. 5 years old. My mom played back in her days with the university when she went to university in Georgia, and she knew all the basketball people in Georgia. And she was like, my mom's very tall, and she knew we would be tall. Yeah, and she told my grandparents to put us in basketball. She didn't want us to be, in the street doing the bad things in Georgia. So they put us in basketball early. I fell in love with basketball right away when I was 5, and I've been playing since.
Your first pro experience was in Austria, in Flames and Klosterneuburg or something?
Klosterneuburg, yeah.
Or something like that. How is Austrian basketball?
Austrian basketball is definitely not as developed as Spanish basketball, but they are working on it. I played in the second league with Flames when I was 16. Then moved up to the first league, played in Klosterneuburg when I was 17. They have They have, I believe, 10 teams at this point in the first league, and they're investing money in it. It's developing, but it's a small country. Their main sport is football and skiing, you know, all the winter sports. So that's the main focus in the country, but basketball is definitely developing.
And then came the college for you. You've been like 7-8 years in America. You had a little experience in Taiwan, I believe.
As well, yes.
But you've been a lot of years in America. How is it different from Europe? Because everybody say it's very different.
It is very different. It's more personalized, I would say. Not college, because college is still very team-based and the guys are very connected. You know, it's college, you hang out a lot and then. So that was a great experience, but then I played G League also, which is very personalized. It's kind of like the NBA where it's not as much team really being like this, but it's more like a business. And it was a great experience for me. I feel like it helped me grow, not only as a basketball player, but as a person, because I was all alone out there, you know, without family, without mother, brother, anybody really I knew. But then I got to know some people, and I got to know the mentality, how they live, and I adjusted, and I feel like I had a great experience.
So maybe the French league, your last experience, is much more similar to the ACB, or not?
Much more similar to ACB compared to the States, because it's, you know, it's Europe. It is similar in many ways. It's very team-based, and you play once a week. You practice the full week, because in the G League and in the States you play 2-3 games a week. It's less practice. It's more focused on the game and stuff like that. So, yeah, no, it's been an adjustment.
How have been your first days in this league? Everybody say this is the second best league in the world after the NBA. It's a very competitive league, every year more, and they say it's very tough to adapt to this league. But you've been doing, the first day you didn't play much, but the other day in Bilbao you did 10 points, a good match.
I would definitely agree that it's the second best league in the world. You know, it's definitely the best league I've ever played in. It's been a quick adjustment for me coming here. Game is very fast. Guys are very professional, very smart players. It's like you said, I agree with you. It's the second best league in the world. Very professional. People love basketball. You know, gyms are sold out, full gyms. People are very invested in it. And it's been tough, but I always try to do my best, give my heart out on the court in practice, and you know, make it happen.
There's a big question the ACB and Granada followers want to know: are you a center or a power forward?
I would say naturally, I'm a power forward.
All right.
But I've been kind of put in a position to play center when I was, you know, in the G League because of the team situations and stuff. Also in college, I kind of came as power forward, but then our center got injured in college, and they just put me to play as a center my first year, and I did well. You know, I had a great freshman year in college, and kind of after that, it kind of stuck that I started playing as a five. But I played, for example, as power forward in Vancouver in Canada. I had a summer season there, did great as a power forward, but most of the time I've been kind of sold as a five-man. So, yeah, whatever the team needs me to do, I always try to do.
So far you've been playing as a center here, more or less.
Yep.
All right. So you have a big challenge ahead as a team. You are 2 victories away from Girona, from Lleida and Andorra, the teams you got to reach to stay in the league. So do you believe it's possible? How do you see the team ahead of these last 10 games of the season?
I always believe. Like I told you, I come from a tough background. You know, I grew up really rough, and you don't give up till the last second, last minute, last game. You always try to do your best. You always keep working. You always give your heart out. Don't matter what game it is, practice it is, and I believe you have to believe. You have to believe. There's no other choice. If you don't believe, you got to look at yourself as a person. What kind of person are you if you don't? You know, and I definitely believe it's not going to be easy, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. It's basketball. Every game is winnable, no matter what team it is coming in, and that's my mindset. I always want to share that mindset with my guys, and I believe, man.
How was it to play last week in front of 1,800 of these people in the Palacio?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I haven't felt like that since college. In college, we always played in front of 15,000 people. My biggest crowd was 26,000, but since college, I've never seen a crowd like this. It was an amazing feeling. I'm a guy who loves that feeling with the crowd, with the gym when they cheer and they are really invested. It gives me more energy to play even harder, give out even more on the court, and it's amazing. I really appreciate the people here.
You have another chance this week to bring these people a victory, but it's not going to be easy against Valencia.
Definitely not going to be easy. I want to share that my mom is coming to visit.
Oh, really?
Yes, she's
That's
coming
good.
to visit on Thursday for the game against Valencia, and give all my heart out on the court when I play. Share it with the guys too. Tell them to give it all they got, no matter what situation we in, no matter what games we lost. Try our best. Give it all out. All your heart. Trying to be the smartest player you can be, obviously, but you gotta play with the heart, man.
So it will be 8,001 with your mom instead of 8,000.
For sure. Will give me a little bit extra energy as well.
100%. Sure. Okay, Georgie, I have to end the interview. We always do this. A set of random questions, random questions that I don't give you time to think. It's the first thing that comes to your mind. You gotta tell, all right? It's to know you a little bit better. It's some personal questions, some basketball questions, all right?
Okay.
I think it's cool. The first one is tough because you've been here in the city for 10, 12 days only. But it's what's your favorite thing about Granada?
My favorite thing is food, definitely, until right now, because I've been checking out different spots and food is amazing. People can really cook it up here. So, yeah, food. I would
All
say.
right.
Yeah.
Beach or mountain?
Bitch with the mountains, when the mountains go into the beach.
All right. Sweet or salty?
Salty.
What's your favorite food?
Pasta.
And Georgian food?
Khinkali.
Okay, you later tell me how do I write this?
Definitely.
Okay. Favorite arena in the ACB?
We're right here
All right.
at home.
TV series or movies?
Movies.
And what's your favorite one?
The Dark Knight.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I really mix it up. I don't have no certain genre. If I would say one main genre would be hip hop.
What?
Hip hop.
Okay. And if you had to choose a singer or a band?
Singer on the band will be Reggaeton, which is a band in Georgia. I will show you.
Okay, perfect. What's a superpower you'd like to have?
Super speed.
Okay. It's the first time. They always say invisibility or something like that. That's a cool one. A dream you've already achieved in your life or career?
Dream I already achieved. No dream, really. I wouldn't say dream I already achieved in my career. None. I'm kind of day by day guy.
Okay.
I go day by day, live day by day. So.
And is there any dream you'd like to achieve in the future?
No dream, no. I always try to go day by day, trying to do my best, trying to develop, do a little bit better every day. That's how I go about it.
Okay, and last question, that's the most important. What will be Covirán Granada's position in the standings at the end of the season?
Definitely not the last two spots, I can tell you that.
Okay. GIORGI BEZHANISVILI, thank you very much. It was a nice interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Boom.